Okay, you may have seen this before in a post. I did a series last winter on the 100 Deadly Skills with Clint Emerson, kind of replicating as many of the skills as I could of those 100 skills. I posted about it on the blog and, of course, on Instagram. And one of those posts was the DIY gas mask. So this is kind of an interesting thing because what it does is it's an N95 mask. An N95 mask is kind of the gold standard for protection for particulates and biological agents. And so this will pretty much keep you covered in many, many situations. But obviously it's not going to cover your face and in particular your eyes, especially in a situation where there might be tear gas being used. And so in the developing world, I believe it might have been Israel, but I could be wrong, individuals developed this style of mask. And basically what it is it's the particulate filter inside the gas mask, and will filter out just as if you're wearing it, but give you an added element of protection on your eyes. So like any filter, or any filtration system that relies on negative pressure, you want to make sure that the seal is very good. So it's all about fit. And so when you're manufacturing something on your own, you want to be able to make sure that you test it out to making sure that the fit is appropriate and it's going to work. Just like anything else, if you wanted to go with something different, you could go with, swimming goggles or, any kind of other kind of eye protection. But this is something that if you had an N95 mask in your pocket or in a backpack, you could find a bottle in trash or whatever, and with a little duct tape and a pocket knife, you could manufacture a gas mask which is going to help you move through an area that you might see some civil unrest, protests, or whatever. But again, instead of going all out and buying a gas mask, this is a kind of a cheaper alternative to get you in the game. The only thing I want to say too is you'll see a lot of times in posts about soaking the N95 mask or a rag in vinegar, and that will neutralize the tear gas. Well, that's not entirely true. That tear gas is actually an acid in itself, so an acid doesn't neutralize an acid. What it does is it soaks the pores of the cloth bandana or whatever cloth you're using, making it smaller so it captures more of those particulates. So you don't need to soak the N95 mask. It works well on its own. If anyone has any experience this summer in particular using this style of mask in any of the demonstrations or protests, I'd like to know. Put your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you on this.